Yo, so before this video starts, I just want to say real quick that we tried to record the third doc swap twice already, and both times the files were corrupted. I don't know, I think we're just cursed or something, but this time the files were finally not corrupted, which is very awesome. So I'm gonna link the stories, the short stories that we wrote in those two failed doc swap videos, so you can check them out in the description. Yeah, on to the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing another doc swap video. We are joined by Ash, or Asher.
What's up?
We got Gunther. And we got Clayton.
Clinton? You have a...
He might be
What?
dead, chat, but...
I wasn't paying
Oh,
attention.
okay.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Today we are doing doc swap.
Wait.
Can you guys let me do the darn intro? Today we are doing doc swap genre switcher edition, which is basically just genre addiction. Genre addition.
Genre addiction.
But basically what genre switcher edition is, so we're all gonna spin the wheel, we're gonna get our own genre just like last time, but then after the first round, we are gonna spin the wheel again, and we're gonna do the next person's story with the new genre that we get, and we're just gonna kind of repeat that. So we got 16 because obviously there's 4 and 4 times 4 is 16, simple math, you know. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. All right, Clayton, let's see what you get. There's no way you get sci-fi.
It's gonna be sci-fi or
There's
fantasy.
no way. Yeah, it's not gonna be sci-fi.
Okay.
Adventure.
Oh, he might.
Glenn, I feel like you'd be good with that.
Right.
All right, who's going next?
Excuse me. Well, who
I
is
will.
next?
All
That's the
right,
question.
Asher, what are you gonna get?
Excuse me.
Contemporary. Good,
Contemporary.
because I
Oh,
did not
no.
want to write with that because I have no freaking idea how to write with contemporary.
Right about Donald Trump.
All right, who's gonna go next? Levi is.
Okay.
Sci-fi. Why does it always end up on this part? Biography.
Who do I write it about? What am I supposed to do?
Alright. Now let's see what I'm gonna get. I'd actually really like fantasy, personally. I feel like I'll be good with that. Western again.
Western.
Bro, I got Western the last time we tried recording this whenever the file corrupted. Are you guys ready to start? Clayton, I believe you are going to be doing the timer. Oh, I
yep,
should.
timer.
Wait, hold on. I forgot. We need to share a document. Hold on.
All right.
Source timers.
Starting the timer at now o'clock.
Dang.
Oh, okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Hold on, just making some last second grammar fixes here.
I was gonna make a cliffhanger, but this is also fine.
I just realized that this is more of a mystery than an adventure. Well. Someone's still clickety-clacking their keyboard.
I know, it's just... Okay, I just really want to capitalize every instance of this word, so... I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm doing Levi's next. Is that right? Or okay, so I guess I'm doing
All right.
Clayton's.
Yeah, and I'm doing Judah's, and Ashley's doing mine. Hooray.
All right, cool.
Anyway.
All right.
Levi, you're about to read Peak.
Okay.
All right.
It's time for the wheel.
What if we go opposite order? I'll go first.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Did
this is
you check
actually
the timer?
really,
Wasn't
this is
listening.
actually really good for Clayton's story.
Yeah.
Cause yours.
Wait, did
yours
you start the
feels-
timer already?
Yours
I
feels a
forgot.
lot more like a mystery.
No.
Oh wait, we're spinning the wheel. I forgot about that part.
All right,
Gosh.
all right, Levi, you're going next.
Let's go.
I just didn't shuffle.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Well, whatever.
Cause it's a thriller, yeah. All right, now time for Asher. Almost said Levi.
Sci-fi's so big, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Ashley, you got it. You
All right,
can do this.
Clayton,
swear.
watch you get sci-fi.
I swear.
Oh my gosh!
Let's go! I mean, to be fair, there is a higher chance that you get it, but like, still,
But
it's funny.
that was still so early on. That's like essentially the odds of
No, Judah! No, Judah!
Oh, no!
Clayton, are you ready?
I'm not ready. Hold on.
Oh, cringe. How are you not ready? Cringe. Mr. Cringe.
Still putting
You
my
little cringe bug.
name.
All right,
Yep.
timer started.
This might be the greatest thing of all time. This genre swap. It's so like it challenges you.
Timer
you know?
done.
Oh crap! Hold on.
Okay.
No way. Hold on.
I'm done. We gotta read the stories.
Okay, so
Take
I'm
it all
now.
in before we read.
I'm now doing Asher's.
And
Yes.
And I'm doing Levi's.
Yeah. And Asher's
I'm
doing
doing
Judah's and I'm doing Clayton's. Oh.
All right, you guys ready?
I guess.
All right, let's
I'm
do
so
this.
ready you won't even know.
Okay, let's shuffle it. Let's shuffle it 10 times. 1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10.
Bro didn't want to say 6, 7.
8, 9.
8, 9.
9.
8, 9.
9.
All right, who's first?
Here, Asher, you take one for the team.
Okay.
Oh no!
Wait, biography and autobiography are two different things. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Biography is fictional, and autobiography is nonfiction.
So is Asher just making a self-insert now?
Well, I mean, I knew they were different things, but I didn't mean they knew they were different categories.
Alright, I'll go next.
I swear, if you don't get fantasy.
Historical.
Oh, yeah, historical.
Okay,
All right.
let me go,
Alright,
please.
Clayton.
Oh, thank goodness.
Children, you're gonna turn this into an episode of Bluey, or whatever story you got.
Alright, my turn,
I don't know.
yay. Judah,
Alright,
you have to let me
Levi.
do it. Yeah, Judah, this is one's for me. It can't be for anyone else.
I know.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, this is gonna blend itself so perfectly. Let's go.
I already forgot what I got.
Judah,
History.
close the stream. Close the stream. Close the
Oh,
stream.
yeah, hold on.
Holy crap, you're kind of cringe.
I know.
Thank you.
Bro keeps leaking what I wrote.
Alright. Who wants to start the timer?
Clayton's gonna do it. He always does it.
I'm the only
I
one with
wanted
the
to
timer.
rhyme, but I can't think of
Alright,
any rhymes.
starting now.
Let's go.
Alright, time up.
Okay.
Alright.
So I kind of cheated with mine,
Mm-hmm.
and I won't elaborate on what I mean by that.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm now doing, Gunther's.
Yeah.
Clayton's doing mine, and Asher's doing Clayton's.
And I'm doing
Really?
Asher's.
Hold on, I'm just a couple of quotations I want to make sure I have in there real quick.
Alright. Wait, this is so funny.
Dude, wait, hold on. Wait,
Asher, what did you do on Levi's? This is hilarious.
all right, I am ready when you
I'm ready
guys
to
are.
spin the wheel.
We
I'm not ready yet.
Alright, I'll just share my
Hang
screen.
on.
I really hope to get fantasy, but it'd also be it'd be really weird. It'd be very-
me first, send me in.
I want to get the weirdest genres now because that's actually genuinely the funniest to write about.
Oh my gosh! Chill.
Excuse me, by the
Holy
way.
crap.
Excuse me.
All right, let's go. Clayton first. Fantasy. Oh.
Fantasy! No way, bro!
I hate this.
No, you don't,
I
bro.
hate this so much.
You don't hate
I'm-
anything.
I'm
That's
glad I didn't
literally
get
your
fantasy,
color.
'cause
Wait, no,
there's
your
like-
color's yellow. Alright. Judah, your...
All right, I'll go next. I was actually hoping I'd get this. It has nothing to. I don't know how I'm gonna make
Judo, what?
turn the story into romance, but I kind of want to.
I actually
Alright.
can't get romance for mine.
Asher, you want to go?
No, you go.
Okay.
All right, Levi.
This is for Levi. Never heard of him, but
Please don't be
sounds pretty
accent. Okay, good.
All right, and now. All right, now let's see
Gosh,
what
I
Ash.
wonder what I'm gonna get.
Now let's see what Ash is gonna get.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
oh,
oh,
oh, it's dystopian.
Timer time. Starting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
well, I'm not.
Too bad. Timer.
Do you see the timer? Do you see the time's up?
Yes, sirree.
Okay. I'm just gonna type the end real quick.
Alright, I'm gonna start reading. Once there was this guy named Janky Johnson. Janky Johnson was a criminal in these parts of the Wild West because he smuggled marijuana across the state of California, the westiest of the countries. There were London posters of him everywhere, but he looked. Can Anonymous Squirrel and Anonymous Kangaroo just stop moving about the entire thing and just chill out?
Okay.
There were wanted posters of him everywhere, but he looked different in every picture because he always disguised himself. One day, Janky Johnson walked into a bar. No, this is not a setup for a joke, and ordered a glass of the strongest alcoholic beverage they had. After he got a couple glasses, he became drunk and started stumbling around everywhere, acting like a total genius. He stumbled and fell over outside of the bar. He laid there for 69.67 hours, until waking up in the prison cell with his disguise all torn off. In fact, he was naked. "Hey, where are my clothes, little bro?" said Janky Johnson in the thickest country accent. "And why am I in prison?" You might be wondering the same thing. The reason why is because while Janky Johnson passed out, a fellow Western chud found him and took him home, but then found out it was Janky Johnson in disguise. "What are you gonna do to me?" asked Janky Johnson. "I'm gonna kill you." "No!" And Janky Johnson kicked the chud so hard that his wisdom teeth fell out. "Oh, thanks, man. I really need those taken care of," said the chud. "Dang it! I mean, to hurt you somehow so you would let me go." "No. Oh, yeah, huh? Yup. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah." And Janky Johnson ran so hard that he left the building. This was very sad for the chud because he wasn't able to run. 10 years ago, there was a man named the Chud, all lowercase. It's on his birth certificate. Look it up. Anyway, he was walking down the street when someone came up and stole his pockets. He was devastated. 10 more years ago, there was a man named Chud. The Chud, all lowercase. It's on his birth certificate. Look it up. Anyway, he was sitting in his house when he had a thought. What if I ran? He tried and fell. 20 years later, after 20 more years, the year is 2026. Asher's Part, autobiography. Hi ho, mother cluckers. My name is Ash, and I have a YouTube channel called Entertainmania. A self-promotion! Where I usually upload unscripted, unedited videos about me ranting on certain topics for a couple of hours on end. The goal of this is to provide a deep insight of a random middle-class straight snowflake guy like myself. 6 foot, by the way. And prove to the world I can nerd out on pretty much anything. When I was a wee lad, I always wanted to write stories, and in fact, it was all I could think about. Anytime I watched a movie, TV show, played a video game, listened to music, I always wondered how that would work in a book format, or how I could make my own story based off how that piece of media made me feel. It's almost like I was born to write. It made me feel a little tingly inside, but I'll spare you the details on that. One of my first book ideas was a story called Digital World, a sci-fi utopian novel based in a futuristic Earth where technology has advanced so far nobody can tell what was the digital world in reality from each other anymore. Now think back on this idea I made up when I was like 6 or 7. I realize how close that story is to reality today with AI advancing so much. I can't even tell if the real Will Smith ever eats spaghetti or not, or if that is a no good dirty clanker. Sorry for using the hard R. Anyways, I was called to do this collab with the video with Mr. Sauce, Gunther, and the ultimate protagonist. Where we do this activity called Doc Swap. Essentially, the gist is that we each get a genre to write about, and for 10 minutes, we write a story off the top of our heads. And once the time is up, we swap documents with each other, and then get another genre to write about to extend someone else's story. At the end of all this doc swapping, we are given 4 hilarious stories to read out and to each other and see how ridiculous teamwork can really be when you're writing stories. So I hope that sums it up, and enjoy the rest of the story. Oh, that's so good.
You're welcome.
Clayton's fantasy.
No, that was
Hey, yo.
terrible.
Well then,
Hey.
where were we? Oh right, the story or something. So Janky Johnson thought he was Gonson. Oh.
Janky Johnson thought he was Gonson.
Janky Johnson thought he was Janky Gonson. But as it turns out, Mr. Chud wasn't finished yet. He pulled out his magic wand and that his ancestors had, handed down from generations. He started to run, but fell because he had a small little goofy odd legs and couldn't run. Instead, he used his magic wand to levitate and fly after Janky Johnson. He fired an electric blast from his wand, and which startled Janky Johnson. "What the Sigma?" he said. "That's right, Buckaroo. You can't outrun the Chud." Johnson frowned and pulled out his favorite revolver, firing multiple volleys of bullets at Johnson. Johnson created a magic barrier that reflected all the bullets right back at Johnson, sending him careening to the ground. That's why.
Yes.
That's what you give for all your heinous crimes. Any last words? No, not really. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm kind of tired, and the whole last word thing is kind of dumb. Oh, okay, sweet. The Chud fired one last blast at Johnson, and the battle had finished. And that, my friends, is the story of what happened when you mess with the ultimate Chudster.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Whoa, the sunset's actually really beautiful right now.
Beautiful.
You can't outrun the Chud.
Yeah. You can't outdud the Chud or whatever. Asher, your turn.
Is it my book next?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I guess so.
Okay. Okay, I do not know how to pronounce this name. I literally looked up the longest women's name ever, and that's what came up.
Yeah,
So-
but I think she's Russian. Except you
Okay,
said
so
it's a guy.
my first original name for it was Quintissa because it was funny. So,
Yeah.
just wanted to throw. Okay, anyways, I'm not gonna say the name. At the pit stop.
Just come up with a
Okay,
name.
Roche. Okay, Quintissa. That's my original. At the pit stop, Quintissa takes the missing people's photographs and notes posted on the board and looks at a hand-drawn map with arrows pointing to a destination. She turns on her radio. Quintissa over the radio says, "We were right. There are escapees out there." "Still alive?" The man on the other end of the radio responds. "Oh, they're going to be so happy to be taken back to the asylum." "So how many are we talking about?" "Around 5, I think." They left a note. They left a note, so at least we know they want to be found. Somewhat. And I can see smoke in the distance. Probably a camp. Quintissa gets in her car. "Great, well, just be careful and use your best judgment. We have no idea what kind of substances they may have taken before they fled the sane asylum." Of course. Quintissa drives away. Quintissa drives up to a camp. "I found him," Quintissa said over the radio. "Everything okay?" The man over the radio responds. "Yeah, so far so good. I'm going to try and talk to them. Wish me luck." "Yeah, good luck and be careful. Don't try to force them into anything." "You got it." Quintissa walks up to the escapees. When Quintissa saw the people, he immediately approached them. "All right, it's fine. All right, buckaroonies, you need to get back to the sane asylum before I add 6 or 7 charges to your list of 67 charges." The men looked confused. They had large, round, black eyes, and their skin was entirely green, as opposed to the pictures of those who escaped the sane asylum, but had distinct normal colors to their skin. Quintissa found nothing suspicious over the green-skinned people, until he realized that the contemporary part of this story was over. He could say whatever he wanted about skin color. "Hey, you're not an alien, are you?" Quintissa asked. The very, very green man looked up at the man with contempt. Just historical part. "We used to be a well-civilized people of society," said the green people. "We were alive back in World War II. Quintessa was confused when these guys seemed to be 40 years old at most. Fall back, said an army man in distress. There were military soldiers fighting in horrific battle. Dead people were everywhere. It was a truly horrific scene. There were 5 men running behind everybody else, knowing they wouldn't make it out alive unless they hid. They found a building and hid in there. Little did they know it was a nuclear facility that belonged to the enemy. They all got exposed to nuclear stuff. Their skin turned green. The age way slower. Dude, somebody turn off their mic. Holy crap. All right.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well, just, be careful. You can turn it back on. We were in our late 20s at the time, said the leader of the Green people, but now we're only in our mid-30s. Even though we went back from the war, people didn't accept us because they were racist. Okay, Levi, you can turn it back on. Seriously, it's fine. Or you just,
yeah, I'm
okay. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Sorry, Levi's. Wait, how can you be in your mid-30s if time still technically passes normally? Quintessa asked. Then the entire space continuum exploded as if it was a physical object. This left them all bewildered because they weren't expecting that. Then they all started becoming different ages. The leader of the Green people became a baby, and his son became an old man. This was quite disheartening because the leader's son was now the leader, and he was really mean. Because he was so mean, he started blowing everything up. It was also very disheartening because people wanted anything to explode.
Nobody wanted anything to
realized. Quintessa realized that she was one of those nobodies, so she took matters into her own hands. She jumped towards the new leader of the Green people, intending to attack them. But the new leader was too fast and ate Quintessa instead. Thus, Quintessa died heroically trying to save the world, even though nobody had time to remember her because their whole world was exploding. The end.
Yay!
Yay!
Wahoo.
That was a tough one, for sure. I mean,
bro, the sunset is so beautiful.
Cool. Let's get back to the doc swap. Who's next?
Let's do Clayton.
All right.
Did Clayton not do his?
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
No.
Oh wait, yeah, he didn't. I don't know why. I totally forgot.
This
Anyway,
one's
let's
good.
go. I love this one.
All right,
Yes.
John Jacob. All right.
John Jacob.
There once was a man who
Jingleheimer
went by the name of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. The thing about John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is that he knew many other people who were also named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. In fact, everyone he knew was named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Well, one day, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, the 2000th, was enjoying his day on the lake.
2002nd, actually.
Oh yeah, the 2002nd. On the lakeshore when he suddenly found something strange in the sand. It was a clear glass bottle with a piece of paper inside. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt picked up the bottle and opened it, reading the letter inside. The letter read as follows. To whomever this may concern, I am a very wealthy old man, but I'm about to die from stage 3 venous cancer. I'm writing to you because I want you to solve this very important riddle, one that very well may haunt you for the rest of your life. If you can solve this riddle, then I will give you all the money I have left. This is the question you must solve. Who's Joe? This question was a shock to John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. How on earth could someone not be named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Pushing his confusion aside, he started his journey to figure out who Joe is. Shoot us mystery part. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt started going around asking his friends if they knew who Joe was. First, he started with his friend John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, to whom he didn't know. Then he asked his other friend John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, to whom he also didn't know. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt kept asking all his friends, but they didn't know. Even John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt didn't know, and he was John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's smartest friend. Well, if John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt didn't know, then there's no way I'll ever figure it out. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt wasn't just in a predicament, he was a part of the biggest mystery ever. He just needed to find out who's Joe. Levi. Okay. Suddenly a man who one can only assume his name was John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt broke through the window into John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's This was devastating. This was devastating for John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt because he had bought it from John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's window shop, which only sold windows for the highest of prices. The bandit began stealing everything, including the letter in the bottle. He then left through the different window, which was just as devastating for John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt because he was also bought at John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's window shop. Dang it, why am I laughing? This is so dumb.
This is like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt wasn't worried about this, though. He was worried about the letter. He couldn't remember the riddle. Was it something like, who's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Or was it, who's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Sure. There were just so many names it could be. Well, since John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt wasn't going to remember anytime soon, he decided to go after the bandit whose name was supposed...
Assumedly.
Yeah, sorry.
Levi did it to me earlier, so I had to do it to him. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Asher's part dystopian. John Jacob Jingleheimer felt his house, left his house to go after John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt was wearing nothing because he remembered the saying from John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Naked John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt was no pickpocket. Holding these words close to his heart, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt takes off on a search to find John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. This journey would be harder than expected. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt failed to remember that 6:07 p.m. is the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt witching hour. Every person named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, which is the entire population of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, must sing the song John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, or they will forever be tormented in John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'm not singing all that.
You gotta sing it.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
gotta
a
sing it.
song.
He forgot to sing along. Just Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt found himself surrounded by John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt police, ready to take him to John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt jail to await his John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, where he would surely be sentenced to John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt death and be eternally tortured in John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt hell by John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt Satan. But then John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt remembers the saying by John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt again. And naked John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt fears no pickpocket. And the only way that John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt police can take you is if they have probable John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt cause. Which in this case, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt has no probable cause to sing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt because he is not equipped with this John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt microphone. Which every John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is built inside their clothes. Now, I saw that. And thus, in this John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt dystopian society, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt is able to rise from the norm and does not sing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt whilst naked. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt instead works with the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt police, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt FBI, and John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt forensics is to find John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt's location and take John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt once and her mother John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt and all. The end? Come back next week for part 2. Joe
Mama.
Wow. That
We're
was
all like,
absolute
good night.
cinema.
Oh,
Oh, who did that?
what did whomsoever?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let's just ignore that. All right, Levi.
Oh, the gift.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My
Levi's
turn.
might
This
end up
is
being the
this
best
one is
one ever.
actually so fire.
What'd you say, Asher?
Yours might be the best.
Yeah, Levi.
Oh,
yours
nice.
also
I
is
2 times in a row. Let's go. No, just kidding.
I think Levi's has my best writing in it. Here.
Let's do this. A day in the life of the very commanding Commander Luarzt. Commander Luarzt was the very highly esteemed commander of the very commanding commander regiment of the Philippines football team, the Washington Commanders. His day would start off with him commanding his cot to let him get up and brushing his ready-to-command teeth with his commanding fingers. Then he would command his door to open and then bump into the floor. Oh, silly him, he should have commanded the floor to get out of the way. Then he would go to the stadium where his commanders were waiting to be commanded. Then he would command them. But all of them were deceived, for another commander was made. Lord of the Rings. It started with a commanding flash, then commanding blood-curdling screams of the audience, then the commanding sound of flesh falling from the stands, and then a very commanding silence. Commander Luarzt awakes from his commander's slumber in his commanding sleeping position, for which he finds himself covered in the entrails of his commanding fans. Oh my gosh, they were all commandingly slaughtered. Commander Schruarzt commandingly stands in front of Commander Luarts, out-commanding him. "You fool," Luarts commandingly says. "Don't you know who you are, little brother? You are a commander, born to command Earth's race of men, not some lowly football team. You have failed, so now I command you to die, along with all other life forms on this planet. Die now and forever be banished to the realm of death." Commander Schwartz begins chanting the commanding curse of doom. Command. I see. And then Clayton's children's story. Everything faded to black. When Commander Luarts commandingly woke up, he noticed something felt off. He felt happy. That's no way for the most commanding commander to ever command feel. "Now you are facing the true power of what I'm capable of, brother. I'm subjecting you to the worst torture imaginable. I call it torture melon." "What?" Suddenly, a giant baby that looked like it was made of plastic walked by, while a voice sounded in the background. "Cocoa melon!" "Please no, anything but that!" Luarts screamed. However, Luarts' screams were in vain, as he was subjected to hours upon hours of the fun nursery rhymes for babies. Luarts uncommandingly sat, while the wheels on the bus spun round and round. Luarts uncommandingly threw hands with the star in Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and he luckily didn't have to uncommandingly clap his hands, stomp his feet, or shout hooray, because he was not feeling very happy, and he knew that perfectly well. Luarts was subjected to cocoa torture for what felt like days, until finally he uncommandingly realized that he needed to get his commander status back. Then in order to do that, he needed to take down Schwartz once and for all. Judah's romance part. Ooh.
Oh no.
But when he got the chance, he realized that Schwartz was actually very hot, and he instantly commanded himself to fall in love with him. No way! Not only are they both men, they're brothers.
Oh wait!
Oh gosh!
I didn't think about that.
We might be cooked.
We might be.
Yeah.
Luarts no longer wanted to take him down because he really liked the idea of a woke relationship. Every day, Luarts would endure torture melon just so he could see Schwartz again. Finally, for the first time after he got kidnapped, Luarts would clap his hands, stomp his feet, and shout hooray because he was very happy and he knew it. From his head, shoulders, knees, and his toes, he felt the most happy joy ever. "All right, this is the day I tell him," said Luarts. When Schwartz got back, Luarts' nerves built up more and more until finally he said, "I love you, Schwartz." "Bro, I'm not gay and I have a girlfriend." "Oh, my bad, lol." After that horrible confession, Schwartz moved the torturing from torture melon to torture fong. Luarts would never be happy in his commanding ways ever again.
Not torture.
Yeah.
Long.
Bro, torture.
Dude, that was
phone.
great.
I'm glad we saved Levi's story for last. Alright. Well then.
Subscribe to hear me do a cover of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so fire.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed
Good
the
out
video,
of your-
make sure you
I did enjoy
you
the
have
video.
you have a good day. Alright, we're gonna all take turns saying bye. Asher, say bye.
Bye.
Alright, Gunther, say bye. Wow, that was so Gunther of you. Oh, and he's muted now. Clayton, say bye.
Bisexual.
Whoa!